I'm gonna show you guys so you don't think we're capping. We don't cap.
Make sure
Outside Voices podcast.
when you go up there, make sure that you move the screen around.
Which camera am I showing?
move the camera around. I mean, move the screen around so they know that you're it's not Photoshop. $324 million.
Austin McBroom is facing another lawsuit despite the Ace family stepping away from making videos on YouTube. This time, the lawsuit stems from earlier this year when Austin claimed to be broke and living in a trailer. Apparently, he had been causing disturbances in his neighborhood, which led to complaints from his neighbors. They were reportedly unhappy with his disruptive behavior, and now he is being sued over the matter. This isn't the first time Austin has found himself in legal trouble. Over the years, he's racked up a series of lawsuits, including some for not paying people. It also isn't the first time he's been accused of being a bad neighbor. A couple of years ago, he made headlines when he was caught driving a jet ski in his pool, causing water to overflow and damage the property of his neighbors below.
You're disrespectful to our pool.
What?
You're so disrespectful to our pool.
Why?
Ven pues, Arturo, acá. ¿Qué es ese celular? No está grabando. Mi mamá está tomando fotos.
Once again, Austin McBroom is making headlines for his behavior in his neighborhood, and this time it's for some seriously bizarre and concerning actions. A woman from Los Angeles, Brittany Collinson, has filed a civil complaint against Austin, accusing him of trespassing, stalking, harassment, and emotional distress. The situation stems from a series of questionable social media antics that Austin allegedly thought were funny. On August 19, 2024, Austin allegedly trespassed on Brittany's property and staged a skit pretending to move out of her house, creating a chaotic scene. Imagine waking up to someone using your home as a set for their Snapchat story. It's not just strange, it's invasive. Later that day, Austin reportedly posted multiple Snapchat videos that showed Brittany's home address, which led to a stranger showing up at her door. Understandably, this left Brittany feeling unsafe and emotionally distressed. What makes this even worse is that this wasn't an isolated incident. The lawsuit points out that Austin had a pattern of behavior. Just a month before, he posted a full house tour of Brittany's property on Snapchat, and weeks earlier, he pretended to move into her house for yet another skit. The whole situation is not only bizarre but also deeply unsettling. The lawsuit filed by Brittany Collinson against Austin McBroom details some seriously disturbing actions. According to the legal complaint, on the morning of August 19, 2024, at around 10:30 a.m., Austin unlawfully entered Brittany's residential property without permission. He trespassed through the fencing and gate, making his way to the front door. Once inside, he allegedly recorded a loud and disruptive skit where he pretended to be moving out or getting kicked out of the house. This act caused significant emotional distress and disturbed the peace of the neighborhood as Austin scattered personal belongings and made noise. Notably, he had never lived there, and neither Brittany nor her roommate had given him consent to enter or record any activities.
All right, we're gonna have to keep it here at my regular angle. Okay. So you know when you share something very life-changing with your family or your friends or even the public, right? Obviously, you know, my life has been very public for many years. We've been making content and, you know, on YouTube for many, many years. And so not to make this video like so long and I'm just trying to live my life genuinely. Like, I just want to go back to just being myself, actually like truly being myself in my most rawest form, because I feel like I hold a lot of things in. And I'm sure this is going to go everywhere, but I do want to say that, and I own this, I own up to this. I lied to myself for a very long time, and I was not happy, and my main priority was always my kids and my family, and just prioritizing them because they're the most important thing to me. And I feel like at the end of the day, nothing else really matters other than your family and people that are close to you, and love. Like, love is literally the strongest, most important force in this universe. So that's kind of what I've always prioritized. And so moving forward now, things have changed, because I realized that in order for my kids to truly be happy, I have to be truly happy, like truly, truly, truly happy inside. And yeah, I feel like I was lying to myself for a long time, telling myself that I was happy, because one thing about me and Austin is we never fought, we never argued, nothing. Like we were and still are the bestest friends. And so for me, I thought like, oh, there's nothing wrong. Like there's nothing wrong here. But I had been lying to myself, and I knew that certain things didn't feel right and certain things weren't right. And this goes back like years. But again, like one thing about me is my loyalty and my commitment to my family is unmatched. And that's one thing that I will always take pride on, because my loyalty is like I'm like the definition of loyal. Like I'm very loyal, and I always protect, and I protect my family, and I protect everyone. Like if you're a friend of mine, I will protect you. If I love you, I protect you. And that's kind of my personality, and that's kind of who I've always been, and that's truly who I am. And like I have this like fire in me, this strength about protection that I will always have. And so I think being this way has kind of caused me to put aside my happiness, and I'm saying a lot without saying a lot right now.
Later that day, Austin posted a series of videos on Snapchat, a public platform where he has over 7 million followers. The videos clearly showed Britney's home and, most alarmingly, her home address. This public sharing of her address led to Britney feeling unsafe, as it exposed her to millions of strangers. The lawsuit points out that this wasn't the first time Austin had posted about her home. On July 9, 2024, he shared a full house tour of her property, and on August 6, 2024, he posted a series of videos where he pretended to move into her home. These incidents culminated in the August 19th trespass and further invasion of privacy. The situation gets even messier when it's revealed that Britney might not be a total stranger to Austin. It turns out that Austin's actions allegedly tie back to a dating show he hosted earlier in the year. In June, Austin claimed he was looking for love and hosted a Snapchat dating show where girls auditioned to participate. The chosen contestants would all live in a house together and film content for Snapchat. There's speculation that Austin may have been trying to pursue Britney's roommate even after she rejected his advances, which could have sparked the troubling behavior. The lawsuit also highlights that Britney feared Austin would retaliate, especially since he had previously shown a serious interest in dating her roommate, even after she rejected his advances. The lawsuit mentions that given Austin's pattern of behavior, Britney feared he might return to her home to try and make contact with her roommate or continue creating content for his online followers. This potential for further harassment would only exacerbate the distress Britney had already experienced. In terms of legal action, Britney's lawsuit includes 8 counts against Austin, which range from intentional infliction of emotional distress to stalking, further complicating the situation. This is clearly more than just a case of trespassing, it's a deepening conflict involving harassment and emotional harm. The documents reveal that Britney was so affected by Austin's actions that she had to move out of her home for safety reasons, even incurring the financial strain of paying double rent for a month. To protect herself, Britney also secured a restraining order against Austin, which prohibits him from posting anything about her or her property on social media. The lawsuit further mentions that Britney had indirectly requested Austin stay away from her home, but he refused to confirm he would. As a result, a temporary restraining order was granted, restricting him from publishing any content related to her. This legal battle isn't Austin's first encounter with controversy, as his history includes posting personal information about his adversaries and sharing his legal battles on social media. If you've been following Austin McBroom's drama over the years, you know this adds to his track record of questionable content and ethical lapses. The lawsuit paints a picture of someone willing to cross boundaries for the sake of views and online attention. And let's be real, this is not a good look for Austin. I don't know what he was thinking. Just recently, he was on his podcast with his brother bragging about all the money he made from posting content earlier this year. But here's the thing, while he was busy trolling online for views and engagement, he wasn't just creating controversy, he was going above and beyond to make the people around him feel uncomfortable in the process. It's one thing to stir up drama for attention, but it's another to cross ethical boundaries and invade someone's personal life for content.
High or low, bruh?
I already know. $100,000. Higher or lower, Austin?
Damn, we really gotta play this game?
Higher or lower?
A little higher.
That's so stupid. 100,000 plus in a day.
It did feel like I was robbing a bank at one point. Like, that's how crazy it was.
If you average 100,000 a day, you know how much bread that
And
is?
it was like, during that time, it felt good because everyone was like, yo, he's so down bad. He's broke. He's this, he's that.
So you just felt like you were just laughing at him. Basically.
I guess you could say that. Like, I was living here the whole time. Like, this is my back. This has always been my backyard for the past, ever since I've separated. This has been my backyard.
So people were on the internet laughing, ha ha, he's off, down bad, he deserves it. And you were making $100,000 in a day
From them laughing at me.
from them laughing at you.
Yeah.
And in the new podcast episode, he was literally showing proof of all the money he made, just so people wouldn't think he was lying about his earnings. It's clear he wanted to prove just how successful his controversial content was. But the problem is, while he's flaunting his financial gains, he's also revealing just how far he's willing to go to make a profit, even at the expense of others' privacy and comfort.
So
I'm gonna show you guys so you don't think we're capping. We don't cap.
make sure
We're Outside Voices Podcast.
when you go up there, make sure that you move the screen around.
Which camera am I showing?
move the camera around. I mean, move the screen around so they know that you're like it's not Photoshop. $324 million. They can't hear you. Get your ass back to your mic. But you had to do it because we had to let people know that we're not just talking crazy shit just to talk.
Clearly, Austin was only thinking about the dollar signs when it came to all of this, which is just insane. Privacy is not a joke, and using someone else's personal space for clout on Snapchat is so strange. I'm still not understanding how or why he thought he could go to someone else's property, pretend to live there, or move out of their home for Snapchat. It just doesn't make sense at all. But the lawsuit is ongoing, and we'll likely see more updates as it unfolds. Whether Austin will face serious consequences, we don't know yet, but it's clear he hasn't learned from all these years of controversy. Disrespecting others still seems to be his process. But what do you guys think about all of this? Austin McBroom recently launched a podcast called Outside Voices with his brother Landon, where he opened up about several aspects of his personal life, including his breakup with Catherine and the financial side of his social media presence. In the first episode, Austin admitted that the whole broke and living in a trailer act from earlier this year was staged. He revealed that he had a house for the past year where the podcast is filmed. He also discussed how Snapchat has been a major source of income for him, funding his lifestyle. On the topic of his breakup with Catherine, Austin shared how they had briefly considered making a YouTube video about it, but ultimately chose to announce it on Instagram instead. After their split, Austin felt a lot of backlash, with fans expressing their support for Catherine. He then decided to capitalize on the attention, getting back into social media consistency. He shared that when he was sick, he began posting dramatically on Snapchat, which led people to believe he was struggling with the breakup. In reality, it was all part of his strategy to gain attention and engagement.
So I was snapping and I was basically just saying like, guys, I'm super sick and I think I have to go to the hospital to get treated because I think I have the flu.
I remember this now.
Right?
Yes.
I lay in the shower on the floor because I was really sick, but I wanted to snap it and show them what I was going through.
Okay.
So I posted that and people ran with it because
Yeah.
they were saying that I was really down bad.
Yeah, because you physically looked off.
I did. I looked
down bad.
It looked really bad.
So it just made it that much more funny to the people, especially to someone who already doesn't do anyways.
Exactly.
They're gonna be like,
Right.
oh, he's off.
Super off. And that's what they wanted. They wanted to see me
off.
down bad. They wanted to see me fail.
Crash and burn.
They wanted to see me.
They were there for the
keywords. They wanted to see me crash out.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they were hoping for, and that's what they wanted. I realized that no one can make me more down bad than myself. So I fed into it.
Okay.
I had the internet.
Austin McBroom seemed to believe that he successfully tricked the internet with his dramatic, down bad posts, even though many people likely recognized he was trolling. He felt like he had outsmarted his critics by feeding into the narrative of him being in a bad place after his breakup with Catherine, seemingly enjoying the attention and reactions from those who were mocking or sympathizing with him. Despite the fact that many saw through the act, Austin appeared to relish in the attention and the way it fueled his online persona.
Yeah, and people
really thought
you were in the RV.
They really thought I was living in the RV, but little did they know that was just my office space that I was capitalizing on.
Right.
And that just goes to show you that people believe any and everything on the internet. Right. They don't even really need proof. If it just sounds good and it sounds what they want to hear, they'll.
In their podcast, Austin and Landon revealed that they each secured 7-figure deals to post most of their content exclusively on Snapchat. This explains their heavy presence on the platform. Landon shared that people often think he's a scammer, renting cars and faking a luxury lifestyle, but he clarified that Snapchat deals have been a key factor in keeping him financially afloat. Austin's comments shifted to his relationship with Catherine, where he stated that although they had struggled for 2 years, they were still co-parenting amicably. He denied their relationship being toxic, but mentioned they felt more like best friends than a married couple, particularly around the time he was dealing with the fight with Gibb.
And it was a never toxic relationship. Nothing in our home was toxic. When we argued, it was really short, and then we got over it. But I will say, it was really feeling like we were more best friends than actual, husband and wife.
Okay.
And so that's what it was leading towards. She was going one direction, I was going the other direction, and we just couldn't get on the same track.
In the podcast, Austin McBroom mentioned that while he and Catherine used the terms husband and wife, there has been no public legal paperwork confirming their marriage or divorce. This raises questions about the authenticity of their claims, especially given the lack of official documentation. Some believe Austin may have stumbled over his words, suggesting they might not have actually been married. This aligns with previous suspicions that their public declaration of marriage could have been a way to deflect attention from cheating rumors and allegations surrounding both Austin and his father. Austin also discussed Catherine's new boyfriend, clarifying that while he wasn't sure when she planned to go public with the relationship, he knew she was seeing someone. However, he chose not to dive into the specifics or timeline of their relationship. Austin McBroom mentioned that it had been a long time since Catherine started seeing someone new, and he initially thought that someone else would reveal the relationship before she had the chance to make a public announcement.
Way before anybody else knew about it.
For how long?
We're not going to speak about the timeline because the timeline's a timeline, right? But what I will say is people on the internet think when news breaks or when they find out, I find out. But the truth is, I already knew about him, and I've already met him a few times. Good guy. Seems like a great guy.
This suggests that Austin was somewhat aware of the relationship and the potential for it to be exposed, but he didn't seem to know exactly when Catherine would share it herself.
When she posted him, I didn't think that she was going to do it in the way that she did it. I thought it was like more low-key, or I thought maybe she was going to keep it private. But I think because, they've been around each other for so long, that someone else...
What you mean by that?
That someone else was going to...
No. What you mean by they've been around each other for so long?
No, I'm saying since they've been having a relationship, that I thought...
You said so long.
Can you let me finish?
Okay.
I could give him these hairs, bro. We can't be having these blankets around.
This production is crazy.
Catherine McBroom addressed questions about the timeline of her new relationship, stating that she doesn't share timelines out of respect and protection for her family. However, it seems she and her new boyfriend have been together since at least February, which was about a month after she and Austin McBroom publicly announced their split. Some speculate that Catherine and Austin announced their breakup when they did to avoid confusion if she was later seen with her new boyfriend. People found a photo of Catherine and her new partner on Instagram, which was taken back in February, leading many to believe their relationship started earlier than publicly acknowledged. Austin McBroom mentioned that he now feels a bit freer since Catherine posted about her new relationship. He believes it's overall better for him, likely because it allows him to move on and stop being tied to the drama surrounding their breakup. His comments suggest that he feels less pressure and is ready to focus on his own life and content.
Now I feel like I'm set free from the internet, because ever since our separation, everyone kept saying how I was obsessed with her, how I won't leave her alone, how I want her back. And so once she posted that, now it gives me freedom to
post whatever you want.
To post whatever I want.
Even though when you do post something, the hate still gonna come no matter what.
No, because I would really hope from you guys that
you can hope all you want.
I get as much love and support that she has been getting.
Austin McBroom seemed to hint that there could be a timeline overlap between his and Catherine's relationship and their split. While he didn't directly confirm any overlap, his comments and the way he responded to his brother Landon's prodding made it seem like there might be more to the story than what has been publicly shared. His remark about "don't poke the bear" suggested a warning to Catherine, implying that if pushed he could reveal some details about their past or the timeline of their breakup and her new relationship. This raised some speculation that there may have been more going on behind the scenes.
It's pretty obvious that someone keeps poking the bear. The bear's being poked a lot. And, you know, when the bear gets poked, bears don't like it. And eventually, the bear's not gonna wanna get poked anymore. And I don't have to say who the bear is in this situation, do I? So, hope you guys have a great day. Don't push anybody to their limit, or else you'll get pushed back. And if you keep poking the bear will turn into an angry bear. You know what I mean?